Well, it's me again. In yesterday's video on YouTube, I got quite a few comments, understandably. And there was something that I mentioned on there in those comments that is, I think probably needs a little bit of clarification. You think, I mentioned that there's a wider war brewing, that the system is desperate to try and keep a lid on. So all this talk of the Middle East sparking into World War III isn't going to happen. We know that. It's just to maintain that fear narrative. And this is because myself, many others, as well as a couple of seers, yeah, one of which being Baba Vanga, already know that that's not going to be, the Middle East isn't going to be where World War III starts. In fact, no one knows for sure where it's going to start. But we do know who it's going to be against, who the two sides are going to be. Now that I've said that, immediately you're probably thinking, but if you don't know where it's going to start, but you know who the opposing sides are, I'll allow it. It's like this. World War III is very likely not going to be what people are expecting. The opposing sides aren't going to be what people are expecting. But we've been able to see this brewing to the point where it's no longer simmering, it's getting to boiling. That this idea is very likely what is going to be World War III. By the looks of things, it looks like it's going to be the populations of the world against their own governments. Now, many of you are probably sort of going, what? What do you mean? There's going to be mass outbreaks of civil war. You can already see this happening in every nation. There's disquiet, discontent. The governments are continually pushing their own populations, and the populations have had enough. So right now, the system is desperately trying to put that genie back in the bottle. And for all intents and purposes, it's already too late. Every nation, and particularly in the West, is a tinderbox right now. And this is thanks to one particular demographic that has been continuously imported into these nations, who are completely incompatible with that demographic and that ideology. You all know what I'm talking about. I said this would happen months ago. Try warning you all. People are only going to be pushed so far, and then they're going to snap. And those people of that particular demographic are going to be forced out. And I said back then, it's already happening in some of the European nations, yeah, where they're getting rid of the illegals. But this conflict in Gaza has ignited a fuel within those that have been in those European nations for a good many years. And has caused them to be cast in the same light as those illegals. Because now people are starting to question, well, why are they acting like them? Why are the people that were born here, yeah, the second generation, why are they acting like these illegals that are coming in? Again, I said this would happen. The system doesn't understand this. I don't think it's counted on that ideology's sort of ability to ignite the same sort of feeling within even westernised people of that ideology, yeah? Followers of ideology. They've not understood it at all. Now things have gone a bit wrong for them because their tool, their usual tool, yeah, for their distraction, kind of causing a lot of problems. We can see the beginnings of this happening in Australia after the stabbing of Mary Emanuel, the bishop that's there, very popular guy. He was stabbed by an Islamic extremist. He was smiling in the pictures that I've seen. Those of you who call yourself moderate Muslims need to start speaking up if you don't want to end up like a certain other demographic in World War II, because the same thing that's happening now was happening back then with them. I don't want to see this happening, but when those immigrants are kicked out, and if they don't leave, there'll be other means, believe me. That's the last thing we want to see, but there will be. The same will happen with those of you that have been here for a while, and even born here. If you dual citizenship, at the end of the day, we can get rid of you. And you will be asked to leave. You can already see it building here. Has been for a long while. Ireland's ready to explode, and if that explodes, it'll spill out into the UK, guaranteed. Same with France. France is on a literal knife edge. Anyway, that's what I meant when I said there's another conflict brewing that they're trying to keep a lid on. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.